is the second part of the three-part series. This is episode 2, version 2, whatever you want to call it. This is the bad. This is, well, I'm not going to call it the bad, I'm going to call it the constructive. Basically the stuff that I've been working on. I've been working on since I returned back from my camp back in 2009. I've been working on authority. I have a lot of issues with authority and maturity level, which I've been working on. I spent a lot of time not really respecting myself. I have issues with respecting myself in the sense that I get so wrapped up into dealing with everyday life, cooking dinner, keeping bills, making sure everybody's okay, stuff like that. I have a lot of issues with over-rationalization. I have to have an explanation for everything. I have to rationalize it to the point where I get myself confused. I don't really know how to explain some of the issues I have. I know that I have anxiety issues in the sense that I get very worked up. I like being very much on time, on top of things. I like having a feeling of control. I'm a control freak. No doubt about it, I'm a control freak. I have issues with addiction to the internet. I live on the internet. Everything is online now. One of the major issues I had that I was working on at the camp in Maine was basically coming to terms that not everything is going to go according to plan. I'm a planner. I'm a big time planner. Everything has to have a time and a place, and it has to be set and it has to be firm. I had to work on getting used to the fact that not everything is going to go according to how I planned it, and I get very, very wound up over that. I have some issues with power struggles in my house. My dad works a lot, my mom is handicapped, and I'm an only child, so it's a lot of back and forth, who's got power, who doesn't. I know I get very emotionally attached to people. It's just sort of one of those things that being an only child and being raised by myself pretty much, it ties into the fact that I didn't have a lot. I didn't have a lot growing up. I didn't have parents who were always there. I didn't have friends who would back me. I was picked on most of school, so it's just one of those things that I've built up this wall of emotions, and just trying to get out of them and trying to release and break free and understand that I'm now an adult and I have to take care of myself first. But what do I know? I'm just barely getting out of high school. I still have a lot more to go forward for. But a lot of the issues that I have are stress related. I have very high expectations of myself. I have extremely high expectations of myself. I expect more than I can give myself, and I always forget to give myself credit. So just respecting myself and understanding that sometimes I need to come first is one of them. I don't have a lot of close friends, as I said. A lot of my friends are guys, and they're not the most understanding. They're very interesting, but they're not the most understanding. And a lot of the people that I've met online, I've grown attachments to because they're people who I can relate to, or people that I wish I could relate to. So a lot of the stuff I have comes from the fact that emotionally I'm still like a 6-year-old child, but physically and mentally I have to act like I'm an adult. I have to take care of a lot of the stuff in my house. I have to pay bills, do laundry, cook, order meds, prescribe meds to my parents. Well, not prescribe, but hand them out when they need it. I have to do the shopping, do the errands. I do everything pretty much in my household, and just reminding myself that I'm a kid is one of the issues I have. I have an issue of being sort of like an attention hog. I didn't get a lot of attention growing up, and being an only kid, I was so set in the mindset that I had to have 200% of my parents' energy and attention. So it's just one of those things that it's attention. Setting boundaries. I have issues with setting boundaries with people. I'm not very trusting with a lot of people. However, if it's common sense, I'll be more trusting and more willing, and I get very, very trusting of people, and a lot of the times they backstab me, or I shoot myself in the foot. So definitely trusting is another issue I have. Balancing time between work and play is another thing. I don't have a complete path figured out of how I can split things back and forth between work and play. I can't multitask for my life. I try to, but I get so distracted in the sense that I can't work and can't play at the same time. I'm very goal oriented. If I have a goal set in my head, I'm gonna go for it until it kills me, which is not a good idea, not a good thing at all. I'm a huge procrastinator. I procrastinate a lot on things, homework, assignments, tests, quizzes. I procrastinate, and then like last minute I have to get it done and get it done well. So it's just one of those things that I procrastinate a lot. My work ethic is usually good. I'm very good about being meticulous about dates and times and stuff like that. I'm a planner. I constantly plan, as I said earlier. I have issues with stepping back and absorbing the whole picture. I'm not the brightest person. I have a lot of wit and charm, but it doesn't come out. I have anger issues with being passive-aggressive. I'm very passive-aggressive. I've been working on that with the school psychologist and the SAC, which is the substance abuse counselor, and the student assistance counselor. I worked on that as well at camp, of being very passive-aggressive. Because one second I'll say one thing, and then the next minute I'm blowing it out of proportion. So it's just one of those things that I need to step back, take a breath, realize that it's a huge picture, not this little pixel in a map. I'm running out of battery on this camera. So it's just one of those things that I need to work on. A lot of things. These are not bad things necessarily, but they're things that need to be worked on. They're constructive. One other thing that I have issues with, self-esteem issues. I have a lot of self-esteem issues, and a lot of stuff that I say is coming from personal experience where I don't see it as I do.